Hey everyone, welcome to Yoga with Maria. I'm Maria and I'm teaching the next generation of women leaders and CEOs to lead wholeheartedly and with compassion, ultimately helping women move into leadership roles and get promoted at work without burning out. Today we've got a practice for the wrist. We're practicing yoga for wrist stretches. So if you spend a lot of time on a computer typing or a lot of time writing or doing anything repetitive with the hands and the wrist, this one is for you. We need 2 yoga bricks for this practice. If you have a mat, go ahead and grab it. Otherwise, make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss any new updates, and let's get started. All right, yogis, so I have 2 blocks for this practice. I'm gonna take 1 block and I'm gonna sit in the Virasana with a block underneath my seat. There's lots of options that you can take or variations. Really take a seat that feels comfortable for you to start, even if you're at your desk in a chair. We are gonna come to the floor for a moment, but if right now you're in just a regular chair, that's totally cool and you can hang out there. Otherwise, if you wanna come to your floor, yeah, sit on a block, elevate the seat, feel nice and comfortable. So we're working on the wrist today. So right away, just make a loose kind of fist with the hands. We're not gonna like clench at all. So just loose fist and just start to make little circles one way with the wrist and then take it the other way as well. So just doing a little bit of warm up, getting a little blood flow. Yeah, and then go the other way. So take it again, the opposite way, and again, switch. A little bit of brain focus as well. Start to breathe, tune into your breath. And then we're gonna do, I don't know what these are really called, like hand flashes, but you're just gonna take your hands to a jazz hand and then find that loose fist again. So going back and forth. Starting slow if this feels like a lot or that there's any like kind of pain or tension, and then maybe we'll try to speed it up again, just trying to bring a little bit of circulation and blood to this area of the body, right? Like you have to work a little bit because we're almost all the way to the end of our extremities. So we have to tell the heart, send blood, send nutrients to this area of the body. Even this can relieve a little bit of pain, right? Because blood and energy also bring with it kind of just general healing aspects, right? The body heals itself. Okay, and release. We're gonna interlace the fingers and press the palms of the hands away from you. And then you're gonna reach the hands up and overhead. If this feels like a lot on the forearms, you can keep a little bend in the elbows and just wiggle the sides of the waist long. If you can, press the palms of the hands up towards the ceiling, go ahead. Yeah, and then release this. We're gonna take the arms to the sides. Flip the palms up towards the ceiling and then reach your fingertips down towards the floor. So this is gonna be a really big stretch for the inner side of the forearm. Breathe in. Breathe out, take your fingertips to your shoulders. Just take it a little tap. 2 more times like this. Breathe in and extend the arms, fingertips towards the ground or the floor. Exhale, fingertips to shoulders. 1 more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Interlace the fingers again. This time go to the opposite way, so the non-habitual interlacing. Flip the hands inside out, press the palms away from you, and then reach the arms up and overhead or the hands up and overhead. And then same thing here. If this is a lot for the forearms or there's any pain, just put a little bend in the elbows, making more of a circle shape. If you can press the palms up towards the ceiling, go ahead and do that. Wherever you are, do a little wiggle of the sides. Wiggle the sides of the waist long. So nice. And then release, take the arms to the sides and flip the palms up. Again, reach the fingertips down towards the floor. Exhale, take the fingers to the shoulders. 2 more times like this, breathe in. Breathe out. Let the breath lead the way. So whenever the inhale stops, then change your movement. Yeah. And then release. And this time we're going to take our hands to touch in front of our heart. So you can spread the fingers just a little bit here, lining up each finger with the next. And then go ahead and press the palms into one another a little bit. And you're gonna, for this, take the elbows a little bit wide. So we're continuing to work on this area of the forearm. So like when we have pain in the wrist or the hands, a lot of times it could be a result of tension in the forearms, maybe up into the upper arms, the shoulders, even the neck. So while we're here, go ahead and draw little circles with the nose. Yeah, you can close the eyes if it feels good. So we're kind of maintaining the the posture in the hands and the arms, and then find some movement with the neck, and then take it the other way. And then maybe you take the ear to the shoulder and take it the other way. You don't have to sync this with your breath, but you can. You're welcome to. Maybe you look side to side. Yeah, keep the pressure on the hands here. Keep reaching the heels of the hands down towards the lap. Come back to center, release this, and just give a little shake. Not like a crazy shake, just a little shake it off. We're gonna come to hands and knees now. So you go ahead and take both blocks to the front of the mat. So hands come to the mat, and let's set up the wrist right underneath the shoulders, and then finish this structure by placing the hips over the knees. The knees will be separated a little bit right underneath the hips. Yeah, and then just look forward, almost like you're making a little triangle with the hands, so you're not just like letting the head sink down. Take a look at the hands and just spread the fingers to a comfortable amount. So they're spread enough to be a nice stable kind of setup here for you. And you're making contact with the whole palm to the whole floor, but not so much that you're creating extra strain in the hand by spreading the fingers. Yeah, and then from here, we're just gonna start to take little circles. Go ahead and start clockwise. And if the knees are sensitive at all, you can put a blanket under the knees. We're gonna be on the knees for a moment here, working with a little bit of weight on the wrist. So we're just making small circles. Yeah, and then we're kind of just feeling out. Maybe if there's a sticky spot, you stay there and kind of work on it slowly and gently. You can experiment with taking the circles a little bit bigger, especially taking the chest a little bit over the fingertips. Most of us will probably feel the most amount of stretch on that cycle. And then we're going to take it the other way. Yeah, as you do these circles, notice if your hands want to kind of revert back to that like text fingers or the way that we kind of type on computers, and see if you can be really conscious and aware about continually pressing the hands into the mat for the whole kind of circle here. And then maybe you play a little bit with taking them bigger. Really nice. Come to center, and then we're just going to turn the fingertips out towards the sides of our mat. So a slightly different orientation here. And then go ahead and find circles again. Just keeping it really simple, really easy, chill circles. Taking one more, and then take it the other way. Don't forget about the stability that we can create here in the core, and see if you can activate that and find that. Right, the whole body's connected. Even if we're just doing something simple like texting or, you know, working on our computer, if the core isn't kind of connecting the upper body to the lower body, there's a lot of ways that it can manifest. Come to a pause. And then if it's possible, you're gonna flip your fingertips back towards your knee. So from fingers forward, both hands are going out to the side to find the fingertips towards the knees, rather than like the bulldog shape in the arms. And then this might be a lot for some of us. You can have a little bend in the elbows here, and we're gonna also make little circles going one way, and being really gentle when you bring the hips back. That's gonna be the most stretch probably. And then take it the other way. If this is, again, too much, you can find somewhere in between, or you can keep the fingers to the sides or take them back forward. Really, really nice work. Release, take the hands back forward, sit back on the heels, shake the hands, again, really gently here, not forceful. Just relieving tension. And then take the knees a little bit wider than the hips and find a child's pose. Forehead comes down towards the mat. Let the arms release. Let the wrist relax. See if you can soften the whole upper body just a little bit more. And if it feels good to make a loose fist with the hands and then release a few times, feel free to do that. And then see what happens when you flip the palms up towards the ceiling. If this
creates too much tension, just keep the palms facing down. Otherwise, flip the palms up, but keep the forearms and the hands soft. And then flip the palms back down if they aren't already. Come through hands and knees, and we're gonna take downward facing dog just to create a little bit of stability, a little bit of weight in the hands. So yeah, find that those spread fingers, press down through the whole palm. Let the head fall heavy. You can pedal out the feet here, bending one knee and then the other. Let the neck go. Really press through the whole arm as if you were lengthening out the sides of the waist all the way to the hip points. Breathing in. Breathing out. Put a nice bend in the knees and begin to walk the feet towards the front of the mat. When you get to the top, you're going to find your feet in kind of a hip width distance shape. So if you want, you can measure it with 2 fists between the big toes. Some of us are going to slide our hands underneath the feet. So the toe is going to come towards the wrist. So the palm of your hand is going to be facing up, and you're going to lift your toe, place your big toe back down on that fleshy part of the thumb, and same thing on the other side. And then from here, this is called Hastasana. You'll let the head fall heavy. Most of us will keep a nice bend in the knees. And this will be a really nice stretch for the wrists, the forearms. You can wiggle the toes really gently here to massage the hands and the wrist. And this stretch will extend all the way up through the arms and the shoulders and the upper back. If this is too much, you're going to take your blocks, starting out on the highest settings, and you're just going to flip the fingertips back towards the shins. And the same thing, you're going to let the head fall heavy. And now you've got a lot more kind of accessibility into how much weight you want to put into the hand. So you can lean off of it a little bit. You could try taking the blocks to the second setting and doing the same thing. Wherever you are, really let the head fall heavy. So you've got 3 heights of block. Let the head fall heavy and allow this this nice length and space to happen from the tip of the middle finger all the way from the back of the hand, the back of the forearm, all the way up the upper arm to the back and even the neck and the head. And then just observe 3 more cycles of breath where you are. Breathing into any place in the body that feels like there's tension or holding. See if you can soften a little bit more with each breath. And that's 2. 3. Breathe in, bend the knees a little bit more and release the hands. Just come to the fingertips. Not much weight on the hands here. Just look forward. And then from here, bring your knees back down to the mat. Take a block and place it between the feet. Come back to our seated virasana. Let the spine come back to its neutral setting. Just let the hands rest on the lap. And then we'll let the palms face up and just find soft, easy shoulders within this tall seat. Let the eyes close. Send a little bit of love and care towards the hands and the wrists and the forearms here. Just taking a moment to come back into the body, come back into the breath, and have a little gratitude for all that our body does for us. Take the hands a touch in front of the heart. Put a little tuck in the chin so that the head bows to the heart here. No pressure in the hands, just a gentle namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're looking for more ways to take care of yourself as a way to be more productive at work and at home, I work one-to-one with women to do just that, using the tools of yoga, meditation, and mindset work. Ultimately, I help women move into leadership roles at work and get promoted without burning out. If this is interesting to you at all, head to my website at marialoida.com and send me a message to set up your free consultation call so we can find out if this work is right for you. See you soon.